When I came over to Drury to start the women's program in 1999, I guess one of the things I was tasked with was to help make sure that we had our table crew staffed and those sort of things. So Ronnie, and I'm going to refer to him as Coach Hamilton, had done some of that over at Glendale, and so I thought it'd be a perfect fit, and I asked him if they'd come over. And Susie runs the scoreboard for us, and Coach Hamilton does the book, two vital roles to make sure that everything is official and correct. They just have a great passion for people and making sure that they're helping young people. And I would have to double check, but I'm not sure that they've probably missed a game in 25 years. And their commitment runs into the pink and white. And pretty much anytime that scoreboard is on at Drury University, they have been there for us and for our coaches. And it's these type of people that allow and our coaches today and our student athletes to do what they do, because you always know that they're going to be there with a smile and taking care of the things that they need to take care of. Coach and Susie, you are so deserving of this honor. It is just a pleasure on behalf of the Drury Athletic Department, myself as your lifelong friend, coach, and now athletic director, that we welcome you into the 2024 Drury Sports Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations and well deserved.
Ray's kind of a people magnet. People enjoy his anecdotes, they enjoy his personality. Ray is larger than life. He walks into a room, he commands respect sometimes because he's going to tell the stories. He's got a tremendous wit, tremendous wisdom, unbelievable amount of trivia, most of which is of no value to anybody but himself. But he's very intelligent, a very intelligent man. And I think I go back to his character. Simply put, he's a professional. He followed Dante Rabori and ultimately became our play-by-play man in '84, '85. He's done PA for baseball, he's done PA for wrestling. He's just a jack of all trades and honestly probably a master of all of them. The coaches and the players and the staff appreciate Ray's loyalty and passion to the Drury athletic program. He brought their games to them long before we have the social media and on all the ways to do it now. And I think he enjoyed knowing that he was bringing happiness and joy to the families of our players. And I think his loyalty to that effort is just phenomenal. Anybody who's willing to do that for 40 plus years deserves to be in that Hall of Fame. Ray, on behalf of the coaches, athletic directors, staff, and in particular the players and the families of those players, you are beloved, and this honor of going into the Drury Sports Hall of Fame is well deserved, and I'm so happy for you and proud to be a friend.
Well, number one, he's very good at what he does. He'll keep the scorebook, he'll keep the timing devices at the table. He's reliable, dependable. You can imagine in an NCAA basketball game how competitive it is. It can be very chaotic at times. It can be very stressful at times. There's a lot of pressure, and I've been all over America, and I can just tell you that the hospitality is second to none. I can't recall a time that Chip wasn't just cool and calm. I will not go into any stories, if you will. I'll just let you know that 1,000% we've been in some situations where I can think of no other man that I'd rather have at that table than Chip. And I can just depend on him. He's always someone that you can count on. From the very first time that you meet him, you see a genuineness about him. He cares about other people. He's a really, really good man that is highly respected by the entire officiating community. 40 years. I mean, my goodness. There's a love of that university that he has. But then I also think about the university and what their type of love is for him, to have a reciprocal role with those two entities, and just the fact that you have that longevity. There has to be a lot of things that go right, and I just can't think of a better man that's involved with an award or a recognition such as this with his own university. Chip, I want to welcome you to this year's 2024 Drury Sports Hall of Fame. I cannot wait to tell all the officials your circumstance. I know they're going to be just as happy as I am, and I am very, very, very proud to call you a friend of mine. Again, congratulations.
I really liked Stephen. He was a super hard worker, a really good athlete, and I think just kind of grew into his role and the position that he played, and obviously done really well. He was dominant, like he was a dominant player. Stephen was consistent over the whole year, and I think the biggest thing a goalkeeper can bring you is a lack of fear and a lack of worry, and he done that every game. It is his size and then his athleticism. A lot of the time you get people that are big but maybe can't move how he could move, so he kind of combined both. Plus he had a good mentality as far as like shot stopping, coming for crosses. He wasn't scared or anything like that. So he really did kind of combine that athleticism, size, and that kind of lack of fear, I guess. What you have in a quality keeper is that you have that insurance policy, and I think during his time here he was the best, at that. So if there was a mistake or an error, he would be able to make up for that. All top teams that win things have top goalkeepers. The recognition is well deserved because he was a top keeper in a top team. So the 2009 season, we had a fantastic run. I think a lot of the records he holds are probably part of that season. Stephen being a part of it, won the regular season, won the tournament, went to the Sweet 16. I think we could have even went further, and Stephen was a massive part of that. Stephen, on behalf of Drury University, your former teammates and coaches, we're extremely excited to welcome you to the 2024 Drury Sports Hall of Fame.
The funny thing about Lynsey, she really pushed herself hard. She was very demanding on herself. That always makes a really good athlete when you have someone who's demanding on themselves. And every year she got faster too, and that's another positive trait that you don't see very often. She came in as a 400 IMer, and she ended up in my group because of her distance background. I probably ruined her 400 IM career. Sorry about that, Lynsey, by not doing enough work on the strokes and more work on the distance freestyle. But it turned out to work out really well for her. One of the biggest keys to distance swimming is you have to be consistent. You've got to be consistent day in, day out. She was able to do that. So that made her a really good distance freestyle. And she could handle swimming 4 days of distance type events in a meet. And that's really hard to do on the national level, especially winning the mile her junior year. That's so hard to go through 4 days like that and have that race sitting there at the very end. We've had so many swimmers coming through our program over the years. There are very few national champions. And so when you reach that pinnacle of swimming, you have really accomplished something that very few people have accomplished. She earned it. She definitely earned it. And not only by winning that national championship, but also by being so consistent over the 4 years that she was here. Lynsey, on behalf of all the swimmers and coaches who have been part of the Drury University Swimming and Diving program, we'd like to congratulate you on all your accomplishments and welcome you to being a member of the Drury University Athletics Hall of Fame.
When I think of Bethanie, the basketball player, I think the offensive end definitely comes to mind first. Bethanie could do it all, and that's really what it came down to. She can get to the rim, she could pull up, she could shoot from three, and she just never stopped. Like, I can't imagine what it was like as a defender to guard her. It reminds me a lot of Steph Curry. If you watch film on him, he's just constantly moving, and you just imagine that defender is just worn out by the end of the game. And Bethanie did that, and she would find a way to attack your weakness and find a way to score. I think for me, it's always going to be that Umsel game at home. When she broke the school record for scoring. Next thing you know, Bethanie's got 30 points and she's rolling and finding a way to get to the rim and scoring from three, and it was just an amazing display of offense, and to be on the floor with her and to experience it, to see it happen was really exciting and fun. Bethanie as a passer, Bethanie was a really good scorer. I think one part of Bethanie's game that really gets overlooked is her free throw shooting. I know that she still has the record for 42 free throws in a row to this day. I also think Bethanie just kind of has the it factor. She just finds a way, and some people are just naturally have that ability to score the basketball, and you don't see it very often, but she had it. She just really embodies what a Lady Panther is. She's hard work, she's determination, she's grit, but most of all, she's a winner. And she's shown that in the past, she's shown that in college, and she continues to show that today. And the biggest thing, she's laid this foundation for what this Lady Panther program has been able to do this last 10 or so years. I think she helped start that. Bethanie, on behalf of your coaches, teammates, Drury alumni, and the Drury fan base, we want to say congratulations on this award. We are so proud of you, and you are deserving. Welcome to the Drury Sports Hall of Fame class of 2024.
Tory was recruited by a lot of schools, so we were very fortunate to have Tory here. He was a joy to coach, fun to be around. Teammates liked him. If you went to a meet to watch the high jump, he was exciting to watch. Anybody that jumps anywhere from 6'6" to 6'10" is fun to watch. One time in competition, he had a foot injury on his non-jumping leg. So that approach is going to be a little more difficult. He came in and cleared it first height. I remember this because he cleared and became conference champion with one jump, basically on one foot. He was 4 times outdoor conference champion. That's quite a deal. He was 3 times indoor conference champion. All 4 years, he was awarded academic all-conference. If you look at the whole 4 years, he won the high jump 11 times. He was second 9 times, and he was third 6. And the one thing about him was that he could handle pressure. In track and field, I mean, you step up to the line, you're by yourself. So he was very good about responding. And when he does something like that, and you know all the victories he's had, it's very warm in my heart because he was a great athlete, great person. Tory, we're really proud of you. On behalf of your teammates, your school, and myself, we're extremely honored and we feel very warm about having you inducted into the Drury Athletic Sports Hall of Fame.
Tony was always just that natural, spark plug for the team. He was a natural leader and captain for us, and he never got cheated on a swing. Tony, to almost to the point of probably pulling an oblique or two, Tony was that threat in the middle of the lineup, and it made everyone better around him because of it. He was a larger-than-life guy on and off the field. Every group needs a Tony. Everybody needs that kind of energy around them. A combination between Coach Stratton and Tony was remarkable. They could probably co-host a podcast together these days. Tony's legacy is with the foundation of the program. 2007 was our inaugural season, and Tony, he was our captain with a team of freshmen. We were picked dead last. Our thoughts of even going to the conference tournament were unlikely, especially from everyone that was, all the media surrounding us. But Tony really leading that team kind of lit a fire in us that it was just like kind of a magical storytale ending to winning a conference championship in an inaugural season, which was, probably unheard of and even still today. His legacy will always live on because you can't take away those victories, those early victories to establish such a good program in Drury baseball. Tony, on behalf of all the coaches and players and proud alumni, we would like to welcome you into the Drury Sports Hall of Fame. No more deserving guy than you, and we're super proud of you, so congratulations, buddy.
As a coach, she was great for all of us. She was both patient and impatient in the right ways. She's highly competitive, and that just bled to all of us. She's somebody that will run through a brick wall for you at the same time wanting you to be at your best. And if you're not, she's going to hold you to that. She wanted to create something special and create this group of women that could do something that nobody's done before. We won the conference championship, I believe, 3 out of 3 years, I guess, that I was a part of the team. I think the bigger thing was for us is we went to nationals in that second year of the program. We really came together so well as a team, and that started with Lisa. Nobody counted us in because we're a brand new program. She counted us in from the very beginning, and she created a dynasty of sorts. She's a wonderful mother, a shark of a professional, and lives her day every day to its fullest. And I think that's an amazing mentor to have. Lisa, on behalf of all of your alumni, and particularly your first graduating class, you are amazing, and we are so happy that you get to have this recognition. You've made a major impact on all of our lives, and we are very grateful for you for that. We want to welcome you into the Drury Sports Hall of Fame, class of 2024.